Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Nuclear Revenge. In today's episode, cheat and lie about why we broke up. Enjoy being disowned and cut out your family. Beat me up, my mother will burn your house down. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Cheat and lie about why we broke up. Enjoy being disowned and cut out your family. This happened between me, 25M, and my ex, 24F, over the past few months. I will keep it short but keep all important details. To start, the first month, February, was amazing, like a dream relationship. We had been friends for a while before when she suddenly confessed. I had hid my feelings as we were meant to only be friends, so I jumped at the opportunity stating my feelings. The second month was not as bad, only having a single argument as she invited her neighbor over to what was supposed to be a date. After talking it out we sorted it and made up. The third month was when the problem started. We had planned out date to be on a Saturday as she had work on our usual Friday times. I understood and changed the day of the restaurant I booked to then. I hadn't told her as I wanted it to be a surprise instead of the usual home movie, but she knew to keep that day clear and to dress well for the date. Only an hour before the date she texts me saying that she won't be there tonight as she was going to see a movie with a friend. I was honestly furious as I had already paid the pre-book fee and told her over a week in advance. I tried to call but her phone was off. I called her best friend and he had no idea what was happening either. The next morning I talked to her and she argues with me saying I should have told her it was a restaurant meal. After about an hour of argument she finally admitted that she was wrong for what she did. I accepted that and we took a day break to calm and clear any bad feelings. After that the relationship started to decline. I stayed the same but she started to get more and more distant. Eventually, after 3 weeks of no intimacy, not even kisses, I confronted her asking what's going on. She says she needs a week to think and wanted to be single for that. I told her I don't mind taking a break if that's what she needs, but I don't see why being single is needed for that. She argued it's for her freedom and I realized it was for another guy. We broke up and she spread lies about me cheating and being abusive. Thankfully the friends she spread it to wouldn't believe her as we had all known each other for years, her being introduced to them through me. Her best friend had tried to defend me and she had blocked him, but he knew her friend group. Through them we discovered that she had been cheating the last 3 weeks of the relationship as well as the friend. She went to the movies with being a Tinder hookup, then left me to start dating the new guy. To nobody's surprise he blocked her after she tried to start dating him. Soon she dropped out of university as the guy had uploaded the videos of her cheating to porn sites and it spread throughout her university. Then I decided I wanted revenge. It wasn't much as I knew her parents and were really close. They knew nothing that was going on and assumed we just broke up. Her parents though are super religious along with her grandmother. So although painful I found the links to the videos, downloaded them and took screenshots of all the breakup. Then I contacted her family saying I had something I wanted to share, created a group chat with her parents, grandmother and ex-best friend. Then I unloaded all screenshots and videos, along with a text message explaining everything that's happened. There was no contact for about a week. Then her ex-best friend filled me in on the situation. She had lost her scholarship due to dropping out of university. Her grandmother, after seeing the proof, cut her from the will and disowned her, followed by her parents and her being evicted from the house as well as support cut off. She now is working a minimum wage job and sharing a home with friends. Edit. For all those calling me an **** hole, I know. It's Nuclear Revenge, not AITA. And for those who can't read, she attempted to pin abuse which would make me lose my job and I did not upload the videos, only shared to her family for proof. After that it was out my hands and went further than I thought. Edit 2, where were please point out any other spelling/grammar mistakes. I'm dyslexic. Beat me up, my mother will burn your house down. So, this story might be a bit long. Alright, so I am Wiccan, aka not Christian, and I'm pretty open about it. Now, this got me in trouble when I was younger, specifically in the 4th grade. I was bullied heavily in school for this, since I lived in a predominantly Christian area in the South. Note my town is literally only 900 people, this means everyone know everyone. The bullying started typical and manageable, being called names and having my stuff knocked out of my hands. The only thing that really got under my skin was when they'd call me a Satanist or a devil worshipper, but even then I'd just brush it off since I'm neither of those things, and I'd even correct them on what Satanism was. This might have made it worse for a bit, but I had fun doing it. Well, one day I guess I must have done something these kids really didn't like because they managed to talk their older siblings into following me home to beat me up. Some of their siblings were seniors or even graduates, 3 of them were legally adults. This is especially important. As a kid, I have no sense of danger and just took them following me as them going the same way, but I was still moving pretty fast because we just got a Wii and I wanted to play Mario. Well, I managed to get to my yard but not much further than that when my backpack got grabbed and was pushed to the ground. These teens were now beating me, and they weren't pulling any punches either. Well, I guess my mom heard the noise and came outside. They ran off after that. My mom picked me up and had to take me to the emergency room. I had 2 fractures in my nose and a broken arm. This meant I couldn't play the Wii until it healed, and the police were called while I was there. Remember how I said I reached my yard? Well, we had cameras that caught most of the assault and caught almost all of the teens' faces. The ones who were 16 and under mostly got a slap on the wrist and that was that. There were about 7 of them I think. Not all were hitting me, some were recording, but the ones who were 18 got arrested and faced some heavy prison time. Now there was this 17-year-old, who I will call trashy teen from here on, who managed to walk out of this after a few days in the county jail. My mom was not happy with this at all, since his birthday was about 2 weeks away and he should have been charged as an adult. Now, like I said before, this is a small town where everyone knows everyone else, and my mom knew exactly where trashy teen lived and knew his parents. This is the point where my mom shared the majority of this story. I'd like to point out that his parents weren't nice people at all, and my mom definitely had more than one reason to despise these people, such as when they stole our Pomeranian from our yard, tied him to a street light and hit him with a stick until he died. The fact that their son broke my bones sent her off the edge with this family, and I think the final nail in the coffin for them was actually bragging about how their son got away with beating up that heathen boy at the local stores and on social media. Didn't take too long for my mom to work out a plan in her mind because later that week she told me that she'd get them out of town no matter what. My mom is not a killer though, and while she later did admit she was tempted to enact the plan much sooner, she chose not to make things worse if she gets caught. She waited for 2 months, that is until summer break hit. Trashy family was not one to be quiet about big plans since they loved to brag about having more money than most in the town, and would always announce when they would be going on vacation, where they'd be going, and for how long they'd be going for. This was it, Mom's golden opportunity. She made sure everything was set, checked around trashy family's neighbors' houses for any cameras, made sure that she had a place she wouldn't be seen, and on the last day of trashy family's vacation, as I said they'd even announce how long they'd be gone, she went down at night and set their house on fire. This small town didn't have its own fire station, the nearest one was 45 minutes away. By the time a fire truck got there, the damage had been done. Most of their house was completely destroyed. Just like clockwork, that next morning they arrived to see the destruction. You could hear the screaming 3 blocks away. My mom just sat in her chair, drinking coffee, and watching the Golden Girls. The reason I chose to write this now is because my mother passed away in 2017, this was when she chose to tell me the whole story. I didn't want anyone who knew her to read this immediately after her passing, so I waited a few years before sharing. Feel free to ask questions, I will answer them to the best of my abilities. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.